All right, game 2 in this best of 5 finals. €100 on the line, winner take all, to be decided in these next few matches. This is Rifkin. I'm casting today with Doom, and spawning here in the upper right corner of the map, it's gonna be Empire's Happy.
His opponent and teammate, also from Empire, down 0-1 in this series. None other than the Blue Terran player, Cass.
Doom, I'm gonna take a small moment to shout out one of our viewers. That cool with you?
Yeah.
I want to give a big shout out here to Joystick Gaming Studios. Just followed us on Twitter and on YouTube. So big shout outs and thank you to you, sir.
Yeah, he'll be on this VOD. He'll be immortalized.
Immortalized.
Forever.
I am really excited to see if this goes to mech versus mech again, though, because I can't believe, like, I feel like if Cass had gone bio, maybe he would have had the mobility to make up the small differences, that the small, like, being behind by, like, you know, one Viking at a time or 2 Hellions here and there, but I don't know, man. Once you fall behind with mech, it's really hard to climb back on top.
Definitely, and when you lose all your tanks, you pretty much lose the game. Unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles in TVT.
Well,
I'm curious to see if anyone is going to adjust here. Some Banshee plays out there. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah, well, that's actually the next comment I was gonna make. I was really surprised we. Oops, sorry, I had to mute that. I'm surprised we didn't have Banshees come out as the opener here, as they have been the go-to for a lot of TVTs. Not just these between these players. I've seen both of them utilize Banshees to fullest extent, but just in general.
Yeah. You force missile turrets out of your opponent, which is just diverting their minerals away from what they may have wanted to put it into. It gets you a little bit of semblance of map control, and it's just nice. It's that classic what you expect in TVT, and you can keep them around watchtowers and prevent your opponent from getting more map vision in that regard too. So it's just an overall very versatile unit. Of course, it doesn't really work that well when it goes into the Marine versus tank battles that could potentially happen, but mech in the first game, will we see them try to mech it happen in the second one again?
Shut up.
What? You don't like that?
I like it a lot.
He's so clever.
I'm just mad I didn't get to use it. But Reaper vs. Reaper fight here. And of course, because Cass didn't get the first hit, was forced to back up. Happy pursuing, but won't be able to find anything. Ooh, might lose this one SCV though. Second Reaper coming home to defend. Can Cass get it? It's
first blood, but at the expense of his Reaper.
I think worth it though. I mean, it's not a significant detail, but it picks off an SCV. And actually, I take that back. This will be kind of a big deal because Cass is not really going to be able to defend against these 2 Reapers at home until he gets Hellions out. And he's putting the reactor down. He's going to have no additional units on the field, forced to just kind of kite around and only SCVs to defend against this incoming Reaper.
Happy knows too, got his SCV in there, which is going to add additional damage to the upcoming engages. And can he get him for the factory guns? No, he is not. If anything, though, he will prevent that factory from landing on that reactor.
I know, like there's no way this lands. The SCV just has to move underneath it.
Will he build his own?
Okay, I like that Marines are coming out first. I really like that Marines are coming out first.
This is a tough spot. 2 kills already on that Reaper. A third going to go down here. Cass's Reaper will come in here. Will be able to take down
nice mid-air, too.
Beautiful.
Definitely the coolest kill. You know, actually, it's really funny that we got this TVT finals because someone was recently posting on Reddit about how this is like the ZOTAC Cup and there's all these Zerg final finishes and such. But I guess Happy and Cass, they had something they wanted to say about it. They probably didn't see the post, but pretending in an imaginary world they did, they're like, yeah, let's fix that. Let's get some Terrans in the finals, and they both achieved their goal in that regard.
They're shouting it from the rooftops now. TVT is back in the ZOTAC Cup, and so is Mechanical Builds.
Yeah, I was gonna say so are Hellions, but Mechanical Builds too. This is kind of cool actually, because Cass looks like he's gonna be going. Is he gonna go for the super early Viking production?
Yep, same one he did in the last game. But Happy's switching it up, man. He's going for a second factory much quicker this game. And I don't know if that's gonna be for Hellions or tanks per se.
I think it'll depend reactionary on what he sees out of Cass, but he's gonna see his opponents also going for mechs, so it'll probably just be for more Hellions to overwhelm and outnumber his opponent. But Cass with a superior positioning on this engagement as well as superior numbers takes very minimal losses there.
Because let's think about why you would add on that second tech lab there. Blue Flame comes to mind, or if you just can get additional tanks out earlier than your opponent, it can open up an opportunity for an early push. And we did see Happy go for an early push earlier in the ZOTAC Cup, or was that Cass? I don't remember exactly who went for that type of style, but it is going to be for Blue Flame, so I'll stop talking.
Blue Flame is really nice. It's only 5 extra damage, guys. Or where's the mouse over? Sorry. Yeah, there you go. Plus 5 damage for Hellions. A lot more for Hellbats, of course. But, you know, Hellions, they've only got 90 health. They're pretty fragile when you consider that, like, 5 Hellions doing 5 extra damage is 25 splash damage being spread out. I mean, not to do complex math or anything,
it's
but...
hurting my brain, Rifkin.
I don't know. He's got a pretty... I like the spread here, though. The Vikings are on the ground as well, so they'll soak the initial hits if there's, like, an auto attack in.
I think Koss is playing to the player more than playing to the game this time. I think he knows that Happy goes for relatively more passive style in the defending stages here. And he's going to be taking that third command center on the low ground at his third base while Happy hasn't even started his third yet. And once again, we see this awkward moment where you have to build a barracks to build more factories. Could be another reason why Happy built that early factory.
I don't know. That scout is... I can see it being worthwhile, but... yeah, it's kind of annoying that you gotta delay the timings because of this.
2 Vikings are about to pop out of this starport.
Yeah, I like that Cass is camping this. This is actually kind of cool that he's doing this.
He's also got his units postured outside the front where if an opportunity comes about as well, so...
yeah,
really trying to make this work if you can.
Oh, gonna land everything. Looks like we are gonna have the decisive fight. Blue Flame goes off. Tickles. But Viking versus Viking on the lines here. SCV's being pulled. They will get slaughtered by the Blue Flame. Blue Flame versus Red Flame, though, Doom.
That was really weird. I don't know if Cass really needed to do that at that point, because now this is going to open up an opportunity for Happy to move across the field and attack.
Well, the big thing, too, is like that's the power of Blue Flame right there. It doesn't matter about the numbers or anything else. Look how many Hellions came out alive. It's not 1 or 2 that just barely won because they had extra damage. This was the entirety of Happy, and Cass is... gonna try and struggle to hold this. SCV's now being pulled in his favor as well.
And there's a song that goes trouble, 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 trouble.
Now we just need like an Old West snare in the background too. Like. But okay, with the Hellion count, these Vikings should go down. SCV, of course, can't really get this round up to repair, but a lot of these Hellions are low, so even without the Blue Flame, Cass could potentially clean this up, and here come the reinforcements, lifting up the Viking at 5 health, Happy with such good control.
Yeah,
but,
and Cass going to be hard-pressed to hold this off at the bottom of this ramp while Happy maintains the vision there with the Vikings. Going to be leading with the Vikings up the ramp as well for Hellions coming in. GG, Cass for the...
Happy up 2-0 in this best-of-5 finals.
He didn't need to do that attack that he went for, Rifkin. I think that screwed him over.
I think if that was the same attack, but Happy didn't have Blue Flame, I think it would have been a little more even. Maybe even Cass could have won because he has superior Viking count. But, yeah.
He had no way to know whether or not Happy had Blue Flame, because I don't think he moved his Vikings in far enough to see that that factor in the back too. So maybe that's just another little intricate part of what Happy did in that game to get an advantage there. And Cass not being able to scout it out.
Maybe.